the most fascinating and valuable tools we have. Our hands are capable of learning to do many complicated and intricate things, as well as all the routine tasks of life. We use our hands for everything we do. From the first thing when we get up in the morning to the last thing at night. Yet, many times we put our hands at unnecessary risk. In fact, hand injuries are by far the most common of all injuries. From minor scratches to major trauma, every one of us has had hand injuries. Alright, so we could have done a video like many we've already seen, show the use of PPE, show some nip points and other hazards. All important stuff, but we decided to do something totally different this time. We're hoping a little more unique approach may actually stick in our minds. Then it might pop up at just the right time to remind us before we do something that would put our hands at risk. We thought, what if our hands could communicate back to us? If they had a mind of their own, what would they have to say? Now, with a little help from our imagination, we may be able to do just that. Join us as we tune into a new talk show that will help us to view some incidents through the hands perspective. It's the Pamela Henderson Show!
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's Pamela Henderson Show. I'm so excited about our very special guest today, the world-famous hand therapist, Dr. Phil. Let's give him a big welcome. Doctor, we're so pleased to have you.
Thank you, Miss Henderson. It's a real pleasure to be here. It's not often that we hands get to talk to the people that put us into all sorts of dangerous situations. And may I say, you're looking particularly stunning today.
Oh, Dr. Phil, you're such a knucklehead. Knucklehead. In fact, you're looking pretty handsome yourself. So, Doctor, tell us why you're here today.
Well, Pamela, I've been getting lots of videos from my patients who are extremely traumatized by the dangerous situations they're exposed to every day. I thought, if I could come on your show, maybe we could reach out to these hands and the brains that put them in danger. Then, just maybe, we could make a difference.
Oh, Dr. Phil, please go on.
I brought some of the videos to show you to your audience, but I have to warn you that they are somewhat graphic, and you'll want to be sitting down to watch them. People, this is going to be a changing day in your lives. This first video was sent in by a pair of hands who are doing some electrical work. Check it out.
Hello, Dr. Phil. I sure hope you can help us. Mo and I were going about our business, doing some electrical work and getting ready to wire up a switch. I was hanging on to the cover and we were getting ready to do our thing. Just then, Mo went in to grab the wires. It was terrible. The sound, the smell, the yelling. Poor Mo was burned up really bad. The brain sent us in there without checking the circuit and flipping the breaker. Say hi to Dr. Phil, Mo. Please help us get people to think about their hands before they reach in and do a job. Thank you.
Oh, Dr. Phil, that's just shocking.
Yes, it is, Pamela. Fortunately, the person survived it, but that poor hand will take quite a while to heal up. These hands enjoy doing the work, but in a situation like this, the circuit must be de-energized, not the brain. And the hand paid the price. Now this next video was sent in by Sven and Oli, a couple of Norwegian farmhands.
Ja, Dr. Hill, just the other day Sven and I were getting some work done up on the ladder. Well, just then Sven reached out a little too far and we all fell down to the ground. Sven, he tried to catch us and break the fall, but he wasn't strong enough to bear all that weight. Snapped all his bones and made a real mess of him. Say ja to Dr. Phil, Sven. Well, anyway, we was hoping you could warn all the folks to tie off the ladder and not reach out too far. If we had landed on the head, well, oofta, that would have been the end then. Thank you so much, Dr. Phil.
Those poor hands. And it must be awful for that person to get by without them. Hands are the most important tools people have.
People, what were you thinking? Please use your heads before you use your hands.
Dr. Phil, I think we have time for one more video.
Okay, I have one more, but this one may be too graphic for our younger viewers. This was sent in by Clem and Cletus.
A big ol' howdy, Dr. Phil. My name's Clem. This here's Cletus. The other day we was out mowing the lawn on a real purty day. It's one of our favorite things to do. We like the way the mower vibrates and all the fresh air and such. Well, that old mower went and clogged up. I figured we'd let the mower shut off and clean her out like we usually do. But I guess the old brain was in a hurry, 'cause he made me hold on to the handle and he reached old Cletus right up under that mower. Whacked a couple of fingers clean off old Cletus. Then there was a lot of hollering and moaning. I had to take an old shirt and wrap Cletus up with it. Then I had to drive us to the hospital. Now, mind you, I'd never driven by myself before. That was quite an ordeal trying to reach over and shift that old truck from my side of the wheel. Well, we got him to the hospital and got Cletus all bandaged up proper. Say hey to Dr. Phil, Cletus. Dr. Phil, please talk to the people about thinking sensible like when doing them there chores. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wow, what a sad story.
People, please keep your hands out of the line of fire. Use your head and save your hands. Focus on your fingers. They're the most important tool you own and the only ones you have.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. That's sure to give people a lot to think about. Well, that's our show for today. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow. Okay, so that was pretty silly, but just maybe it will give us a new perspective about the importance of our hands and how vulnerable they are to the choices we make when we use them. Let's keep in mind the value and the limitations of our hands. Let's protect them with the proper PPE and let's keep them out of the line of fire. Focus on your fingers. Use your head. Protect your hands.